Hi, this is Madhavan. Watch my interview on hashtag.
Hi, Madhavan. Thank you so much for joining us on hashtag. So, Madhavan, I really want to know 6 years of hard work,
Yeah.
a director, a producer, an actor, and like you actually said, so usually when you see a movie that says produced by, written by, directed by, I would stay off that movie. So, how does it feel to have actually gotten this whole thing together?
I'm like I said, I've mentioned that writer, director, producer, actor, and an idiot on top of that because you really have to be insane to take on a project like this. But jokes apart, and bringing back to the gravity and the gravitas to the story, this is about Dr. Nambi Narayan, and I don't think anybody else is qualified enough to tell his story, and that's the bottom line. I understood what he had done, and understood the brilliance of his engine, I understood the brilliance of the man, and the insanity that possesses a patriot, and how we are slowly as a country almost being ashamed to talk about ourselves as patriot. I mean, the moment you say you're a Deshbhakt, all sorts of connotations are taken out of it. And I need to set that record right, and I make sure that people understand that it's very important to think about your country first. And Nambi Narayan sir and the right, all the scientists that worked in ISRO, even today, every one of them are actually putting their lines on it, putting their lives on the line on a daily basis. Every other day you get to see, every year we see 30, 40 ISRO scientists found dead in various parts of the world. That's really ridiculous.
Yes.
So we need to make sure that we protect our assets, and that's why this film is made.
That is right. And then I really wanted to know when I was looking at what all went into making the movie. So I was like at this point thinking, is Madhavan mad or is he a genius? So like I'm told you actually got your jaw broken for
No,
it.
I didn't get my job broken.
Okay, was
I mean,
it?
I've said that
Okay.
I think in a moment of passion, but I had
Okay.
the bridge of my jaw
Oh,
broken.
okay,
So
okay.
that it's not my jaw per se. It's like I took a hammer and broke it. It's like
Yeah.
I miss.
I was like, how did the family let him do that? Crazy.
No. I had the alignment of my teeth,
Okay.
the bridge of my jaw has been broken to accommodate the teeth enough to look like Nambi Narayan sir without having to put dentures and stuff like that.
Okay, and there's a really one thing I would like to know is the weight loss program that you guys did in 14 days. That sounded like genius actually. So you want to tell us a little bit about what exactly
Yes,
it was
we're going
about?
to talk about the secrets of rocketry
Okay.
and tell you how people can look much younger by
In
just
14 days. I would want to know that first.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know. We did tests like applied kinesiology, and allergen tests. We did a lot of research, and we found out how teeth actually make you look much younger or older than your age, depending on how you kept them. Tom Cruise looks this age even now, simply because he's maintained the bridge of his teeth for
Okay.
the last 25 years, exactly the same. Those who managed to change it have looked older or younger, but Tom Cruise figured that out. So we did the research and found out how that is maintained, and then how you put on weight. The secret of losing weight is not losing weight, but how you put on that weight, and that's how what and
Okay,
what
so
we
then you
did.
shed it faster than you
Correct.
should.
So that how it. Most people, they try to go into the weddings and they want to prepare and lose weight for the sake of their wedding, and do it in a crash course, and they end up looking thinner for sure, but also look haggard and tired and older actually.
That's true.
So how do you not do that? All those things was what we found out.
Great. And then, so any takeaways from this movie? You've spent so much time with this man. So, is there anything that you've imbibed in your own life?
Yeah, I
with
mean,
the time spent.
you don't look for validation from people or society when you want to achieve something. You just go ahead and jump into it and you do it. That's it. When you keep asking many people for validations, you will do that research. That asking is good, but you have to make your own observations. You have to make your own inferences. The data is available to everybody. The genius is in the interpretation of the data. And if you understand that, and if you understand that social media is only 1.7% or less than the whole population of India, and that doesn't impact who you are and what you are. And you actually find you dive deep and make out who you are, and then don't care what the rest of the world thinks. You end up achieving things that people end up talking about.
That's true. And moving on to you actually have Shah Rukh Khan and Surya playing a role in the movie as well. So, and I'm told they willingly came forward, and Shah Rukh Khan took the time out, and the whole follow up that happened. You want to tell us how both of them came together?
Shah Rukh wanted to be part of this film. I think after I told him the story, he was being kind to me, and he said, "I want to do a background passing in your film, please." And I thought he was kidding, joking. And obviously, they're my
Of
first
course.
debut film. I'm not expecting it to be shown in Cannes, or have the trailer shown in Times Square, or have this sort of a approach to it. It was supposed to be a small film. But then I thanked him, and he said, "No, I'm serious." But I thought he was kidding. But 2 days later, when I called to thank him to say thank you for remembering my script, he said, "When do you want the dates?" I said, "Sir, I can't have you doing a background passing." But then I said, "There is an important role, but I don't know how to tell." He said, "How many dates do you need?" And that's it. He came, he shot, in English and in Hindi.
Wow.
I did the film in both the languages. Did not take money for anything, and I think half because of the kind of love and respect he had for me, and also a lot to do with Dr. Nambinaran. So again, I'm saying doctor, my lord. He's unwell, yeah. So he's got COVID, and I've been talking to the doctor. I'm saying Dr. Sriram and Nambinaran, and now it's becoming Dr. Nambinaran in my life. I haven't slept for 5 days, so please
I can
forgive.
imagine. I can
please
imagine
forgive
the
all sorts
whole,
of indiscrepancies in my talks.
Totally. And then moving on to, there was also, you were trolled for saying how the ISRO uses the Panchang to, do some calculations. So, little bit about that. And are you superstitious? Do you actually follow the astrology or?
Hey, listen. First and foremost, I was trolled by people who are interpreting what I said about the Panchang to be that of a Hindu calendar. The terminology that I have to use in English it's called a navigational almanac. I would like you to do me a favor. Go to Google and put almanac.
I shall do that.
No, let's do it right now. Just so that it becomes easy. So that people don't blame me for it. Just go to Google and say translate Google from English to Hindi or English to Tamil. So let's do it on mine. And so I'll tell you what I got. And then people, so this is Google Translate. And we're going from English.
So it says Panchang, is it?
No. Let's see what it says. Okay, I'm saying this. And I say, right?
Panchangam.
Now, what do I say? If I'm talking to somebody in Tamil, I'll say Panchangam. No, that's what the Google says. If I say this in Hindi, for instance. Okay, let's go to Hindi. Okay? And say this.
Panchang. Okay.
So, almanac is called Panchang.
Correct.
What do I say?
Correct.
But you can interpret it in whatever way you want and create a furore, which is good for me. I get the publicity, but I am not exactly inaccurate.
No, but then how do
Thank you for clapping for me, ma'am. Thank you.
No. And then also, how do you stay sane, in this whole mad world of like every word
My
you say
name is Maddie. Who told you I'm sane? There's no
then
sane
it
person
works.
would have gone to a project like this.
So you're in sync with all the madness around you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then now that you've also, gone behind the screen, behind the camera, the whole works of it. So do you think you'll ever get back to directing a movie?
No. Honestly, this was this is a free fall. It's like a jumping off the cliff. And it's very presumptuous of me to assume that I will land on my feet all the time. I don't even know if I've landed now. We'll know after first.
No, but you've already been receiving rave reviews, and I think the Cannes
we have
was
to
like
get
the
rave
biggest.
monies. That's the only testimony to the success of a film.
Okay, rave monies. I hope you do arrive there.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll direct. I think
No?
I enjoy acting.
Or you think 2 years later you'll feel like, I have to do that again?
No, in fact, I want to take out that kida from me. I want to go to the set, feel like a novice actor, and not have to pass judgment on the poor director who's thinking, oh, this guy's directed Rocketry and now he's going to make my life miserable. I don't want all that to happen.
That is true. And then, so I'm going to ask you just a couple of quick questions. What next?
I'm going to sleep for 2.5 months.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend some time with my family. Everybody accuses me of not doing films regularly, so I'm going to live up to that accusation. And then I'm going to see what I want to do next.
And then you spend a lot of time with your son as well. You put up pictures of him swimming. And how much time do you spend with family? I mean,
not as much as I would like to share. I've just been an absentee father and a husband for far too long because of this film.
Okay.
So I'm hope that I can make up for all that now.
Okay. And then...
and I want to buy a house.
Okay.
That's priority number 1.
Wow. And we want to come and take a peek when you do that.
Okay.
And then, so finally, how you, like you said, you want to take off for 2 months, switch off your camera. So do you have any vacation or something planned in mind? Or you're just going to go incognito?
No. I want to do everything that I always wanted to do. I want to take a bike and go around Europe or something like that. I don't know. I haven't thought of it yet. Okay,
and then you also mentioned about pan-India movies. You said about Allu Arjun and all of that. So any movie you've seen in the recent past that you thought, I should have been a part of it?
No. I mean, I should have been part of, would have liked to be part of it, but have the qualification to do it is no way. I mean, you look at what Junior NTR and Ramcharan have danced. Their feet don't touch the ground. Yeah, my feet doesn't leave the ground, so it's not going to be. I can do wishful thinking, but these guys are rock stars, man. Really rock stars.
And then finally, so if somebody has to, make a biopic of who you are, whom would you pick among the contemporaries? Who do you think would play the perfect Madhavan?
You're very kind, but you have to see how that question sounds to me. Okay, I already feel like I haven't achieved enough yet to be made a biopic about. So you're flattering me by saying my life will be worth making a story into. But I haven't really thought about it like that. I still feel like I'm in the threshold of my... And I'm not being modest here, or I'm just telling you honestly. Like, when I did Rocketry, I realized how much I don't know. I realized there's actually so many things that you can easily learn and I'm not learning. So I want to make sure that I have that that tag of always being learning, trying to learn till the day he dies, and then somebody else can make a biopic of it. I don't care about
But
it.
no quick name comes to your
No,
mind,
no.
like one NTR or somebody like that.
No, they're all my age. How can they play me?
No, but eventually, if somebody had to.
Well, that person has to be born. I don't think.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mahesh,
Pleasure
for
as
that
usual.
shoot.
Thank you.
Thank you.